here to present a case of male infertility. Okay, so a patient went to me with this chief complaint of infertility. He is a 40-year-old male, and he has been consulting a reproductive medicine specialist with his wife since 2019. The wife's tests were essentially normal. They had an IVF in 2019, but it was unsuccessful. Presently, I referred her to another reproductive medicine specialist for further evaluation because she's already 42 years old. The male patient works as an artist, and last November, when I saw him, he actually had an upcoming exhibit. The exhibit is ongoing now, and it gave him some anxiety. And incidentally, when he went to me, his right big toe was inflamed, and his uric acid was increased. So the wife gave me some test results done in 2019. So shown here is the result of the semen analysis of the husband. So there is some problem in the motility, no problem about the sperm count. Okay, so the main problem actually is the morphology. So there was a abnormal morphology, and this was again repeated in aside from these tests, aside from the semen analysis, um HIV immunology tests were done on HIV 1 and 2. They are non-reactive. Okay, and then you also have tests for hepatitis, which is also unreactive. And then tests for syphilis were non-reactive also. And then there was this repeat semen analysis in the same year, the same month of 2019. And still, the problem was a problem on morphology. So there were so many abnormal sperm. Okay, now this was in December 2020. So still, there are a lot of abnormal sperm, so about 96%. So vital signs of the patient were essentially normal. The tongue was pale red, swollen with the crack in the middle, and then there were teeth marks. The moss was thin and white, and he had some heat spots. The patient complained of low back pain. However, patient didn't report any aversion to heat or cold. He had difficulty going to sleep, and his sleep wasn't usually restful. Diet consists of meat, fish, and some vegetables. And he told me that he had a history of irritable bowel syndrome. Lifestyle, he likes to do sports, especially surfing, and he also does video games. Okay, so TCM diagnosis is kidney deficiency, okay, spleen Qi deficiency, and liver Qi stagnation. So these acupuncture points were used. So first, I used kidney points to tonify the kidney yin and essence, and then I also used stomach and spleen points to tonify the spleen Qi, bladder points again to tonify spleen Qi, and then since he had some heat spots, he also had some heat. We also had to expel heat, move Qi, and then calm the Shen. Okay, so we did the acupuncture twice a week, and then I also prescribed some supplements like CoQ10, selenium, zinc, vitamins E and C. And I also prescribed febuxostat for the increase in uric acid. And then since he was already taking an anti-inflammatory drug, I just told him to continue using it. And I requested additional laboratory tests. So I requested again for a repeat semen analysis, serum testosterone, HbA1c, FBS, and uric acid. And then I also referred him to a urologist, okay? Because we have to rule out varicocele. I asked the wife if he was referred to a urologist before, since they started consulting for this problem in 2019, and the wife said that no further tests were done on him by a urologist. So test results showed really an increase in uric acid, and then some abnormality in ALT and AST. And then the recent semen analysis results still showed here abnormal forms of sperm. So the patient really has teratozoospermia. Okay, so he didn't have any problem as far as count is concerned, and motility is not so much of a problem. The problem is really the morphology. Okay, so I do not know why he repeated his his blood tests here, and he also had some tests on these were the HIV tests repeated, and then PSA. Okay, PSA was normal. However, the testosterone result was not good. Okay, testosterone was really very low. Okay, so it's only 0.11 when the normal is around the low normal is is around 1.75. Okay, and then the urologist to whom I referred him requested for an ultrasound of the scrotum, and these are the findings. So true enough, the patient has varicocele on both right and left scrotum, and then there's also moderate hydrocele. So this first urologist suggested surgery. But they went to another urologist for a second opinion, and the second urologist actually said that he won't be doing surgery. So instead, he requested more tests, tests for hormones such as LH, FSH, repeat testosterone, and prolactin. And then he also requested for urinalysis, urine culture and sensitivity, and PCR for Neisseria gonorrhea. Because according to this second urologist, the hydrocele may be caused by a bacterial infection. So he may give an antibiotic as soon as the results are in. Okay, so for TCM advice, I told the patient not to wear tight-fitting underwear, to put cold compress on the genital areas, especially on the scrotum, two times a day. So I told patient not to ride bicycle, motorbikes, or not to do weightlifting, but I said he can do swimming, so he can still do surfing, and then to eat cooling foods. So according to TCM, when there's a problem with infertility, it's usually associated with kidney disorder. So that's either yin or yang deficiency. And there may be liver qi stagnation or heart and spleen deficiency. Now, our patient has manifestations of kidney disorder, spleen qi deficiency, and liver qi stagnation. And the diagnosis of varicocele translates actually to blood stasis. So while waiting, at the moment, I am not seeing the patient because he is busy with his exhibit, and then I'm this March we will be resuming his acupuncture sessions, and we are still waiting for the results of the urine culture and sensitivity, and the other tests that the second urologist requested. So the plan of action is still to tonify kidneys, nourish essence, tonify spleen qi, move blood, and of course eliminate stasis. And there's also the plan to increase blood flow to the reproductive organs, and then of course to calm the Shen. So these are the acupuncture points that I'll be using when I see the patient this March. Okay, so if you have any questions or clarifications.
Since Dr. Eno very good case about the male infertility. In my OPD patient, I maybe use more than to tonify the kidneys with the Qihai and the Guanyuan. Or maybe you can try these two acupoints about to tonify the kidney. After this, I think the case is very good, and we can see the patient have very good effect. Okay, Dr. Lai online，蔡老师。In today's case, I think many in Taiwan many people have some infertility, male or female. In my OPD, I often to see the male infertility, and I will focus on his MC duration. So this is I think this case is very special for male infertility. So very thank you. You will share this good case.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good.
Okay, so we have students here in the audience. Do you have any questions, my dear students?
Okay, I think everyone have a question. If we have any question, maybe we can finish this seminar.
Okay.
Very thank you.
Thank you so much.
So much. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.